You're welcome to Exposé. Today is July 20, 2020. And it's my pleasure to be your host again. I am Tony Akinyemi. Last week, we started a discussion on fruits, vegetables, herbs, seeds, and nuts. And I gave the classification of vegetables. Today, I want to open by discussing fruits, and then we progress to other things. Now, let's start by classifying the different types of fruits out there, so we are acquainted with how these fruits are classified and how to utilize them for different purposes in our wellness journey. Okay? The first category or type of classification of fruits is this. There are certain fruits that are referred to as apples and pears. That includes the regular apple, and there are many different types of apples out there. Some are green, some are purple, and so on and so forth. And then we have different types of pears as well. And that's distinct, different from avocado pear. I'm not talking about avocado pear here. I'm talking about the English pear. They come in the same category as apples and pears. Then we have another category called berries. Okay, berries are fruits that usually have their seeds on their skin. Don't forget, last week I said one of the distinctive characteristics of fruits is that they have seeds. Usually vegetables don't have seeds, but fruits have seeds. There are some vegetables that have seeds, and those are called fruit vegetables, like tomato, like cucumber, and so on and so forth. But we also have fruits that most fruits have their seeds inside of them. But there are a few fruits that have their seeds outside of them, on their skin. Those are especially berries, like strawberry, for example. Then we have different types of berries. We have acai berries, we have blueberries, cranberry, strawberry, goji berry, elderberry, and so on and so forth. All kinds of berries. And berries are loaded and loaded and loaded with nutritional factors for health. They are some of my favorites when I'm making my smoothies. I add a lot of berries into them: strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, not your BlackBerry phone, I'm sure you know that, blackberry fruits. Okay. And then we have citrus fruits. Citrus fruits include grapefruits, which is the largest in that category. And then we have oranges, we have lemon, we have lime, we have tangerines, and so on and so forth. Those are called citrus fruits. And one thing about citrus fruits is the fact that they have vitamin C. They also have what we call citrus bioflavonoids. And these citrus fruits are useful from the skin to the fruit to the seed and what have you. Now, some of these citruses like lemon, like lime, we actually grate the skin to serve as a seasoning and flavoring, okay, for different preparations in the kitchen. But there are certain oils on the skin of oranges and tangerine that doesn't make them particularly very good for the digestive tract. That's why you don't see people grating the skin of those ones. But as for lemon and lime, the skin can also be very useful. Now, after the green or orange colored skin, the next layer is white, and that usually is bitter in the citrus fruits. If you peel the outer layer of your orange, you meet a white layer on the inside. That white layer is usually bitter to taste, but that bitter white layer is loaded with citrus bioflavonoids. And those bioflavonoids are highly medicinal. They enhance the absorption of vitamin C. They potentiate the effect. They enhance the effect of vitamin C. And that is the layer. Then we have the real core, which has the sweetness, the sweet orange juice or tangerine juice that you get at the center. And then you have the seed. In the seed of oranges, you also have vitamin B17 or lateral or amygdalin, which is being used in certain quarters in integrative cancer clinics, particularly in places like Mexico. If you go to Tijuana, there's a city in Mexico. There are so many alternative cancer clinics there, and many of them use lateral or vitamin B17, okay, or amygdalin, which is found in certain seeds. Citrus seeds, orange seed also contains a little bit of it, but apricot seeds is where you find the highest concentration of vitamin B17. Then we have melons. We have golden melon, we have honeydew melon, we have watermelon. different types of fruits that are in the melon family. They are usually very high in water. All the melons are high in water. And they have one characteristic about them. We always say in the nutritional community that when you are eating melons, you either eat them alone or leave them alone. Eat melons alone or leave them alone. I'm not talking about the melon seeds that are used like a goosey in some countries, but I'm talking about the fruits that are called melons, like honeydew melon, like golden melon, and watermelon. They are better eaten alone. The reason is that these are fast digesting fruits. When you eat melons, within 15 minutes, you find the melon already is in your bloodstream. Within 15 minutes of consuming them, they are fast digesting. They break down very rapidly. That is one of their characteristics. A second characteristic of melons, melon fruits, is that they also ferment very quickly. And that's why they have to digest quickly out of the way. Once you eat them, they must quickly move out. If they stay too long in your digestive tract, where the humidity and the temperature is right, they start fermenting. And then you start having a lot of gas and a lot of discomfort. And that's why when you eat them alone, you are able to dispense them quickly out of your system before they start fermenting. But when you eat them with other fruits that are slow digesting, for example, you eat banana, which is slow digesting, highly dense, high glycemic index, and you eat it with watermelon, which is supposed to be fast digesting, the banana can slow down the moving along of the watermelon, and before you know it, it begins to ferment, and then you start having gas in your abdomen, and that is not a good idea. That's why we always say, eat melon alone or leave it alone. So when I see people prepare fruit salad and they chop some banana along with watermelon, that is a wrong combination in my personal view. Eat them separately. All of them are good, but don't combine them together. You have to learn principles of proper food combining, because you can combine food wrongly and create more problems for yourselves. You start having indigestion, you start having gas, you start having bloating because you combine the wrong kinds of foods together, particularly fruits when you are making fruit salad. Then we have stone fruits. These are fruits that have a pit that is very hard like stone. At the center, their seed at the center is like stone. They are called stone fruits, like apricots, like peaches, like plums. These are stone fruits. Then we have tropical and exotic fruits, like African mango. They call it oro. In Oyo State in Nigeria, Osun State, Kwara State, all the Yoruba states of Nigeria, they call it oro. African mango. It has this sweet bitter mix in its flesh, in its flavor. I love it, you know, and it's particularly good for those who want to lose weight. It's good for weight loss. African mango. And then we have other tropical and exotic fruits like banana, like breadfruit, like coconut, guava, mango, pawpaw, pineapple. These are all tropical fruits and exotic fruits. Now, there is another system of categorization for fruits. We have soft fruits, we have hard fruits, we have fibrous fruits, we have dried fruits, and we have fresh fruits. Okay? Now, soft fruits include banana, watermelon, pineapple, and what have you. So, when you are buying your juicer, for example, to make juices from vegetables and fruits, buy a juicer that has, you know, accessories specifically for soft fruits and a different accessory for hard fruits. Okay, that's how you get the best when it comes to juicing. If you have a juicer that has just one set of accessories, one type of screen for squeezing out the juice, and the same screen you use for soft fruit is the same screen you use for hard fruit, then your juicer is not going to give you the best result in each category. You will get good results maybe with soft fruits, but you won't get good results with hard fruits. And if your juicer is good for hard fruits, it may not be good for soft fruits. It won't squeeze it dry because it's not, you know, configured for that. So your juicer must have accessories for soft fruits and hard fruits. That's why one of my best brands in juicers is the Tribest Green Star series. You know, in the Green Star series, you have the Green Star 1000, the Green Star 2000, the Green Star 3000, you have the Green Star Gold, you have the Green Star Elite, you have the Green Star Commercial, and even the Elite has several subcategories. All of them have twin gear, twin augers, and then they have multiple screens. They have a screen for soft fruits. They have a screen for hard fruits. And then there is a knob adjustment. You can tighten it for hard fruits. You can loosen it for soft fruits. All kinds of adjustments to get optimum results when it comes to juicing. So when you are getting your juicer, make sure these are some of the features you look for. Okay, the Green Star juicer is particularly very good when it comes to juicing both soft and hard fruits. Then we have hard fruits like guava, like pear, and so on. Then fibrous fruits are those fruits that have sponge in them. They are spongy. They have this fiber that looks like sponge in them, like pineapple, like mango, like okra. These are fibrous. Okay? Again, when you want to juice those kind of fruits, it's better you chop them so you can cut the fiber into short lengths. Then it will not clog your juicer. It won't block the juicer. It will make your juicer to run for long before it warms up. Then dried fruits like currants, dates, raisins. By the way, raisins are just grapes that have been dried. Okay, the same grapes they used to make wine. If you get the fruit and you dry it, it becomes raisins. That's what they use in baking, bread, cake, and also added, sprinkled on salads and what have you. Then fresh fruits are fruits that are recently harvested. They have not been processed. They have not been dried. They are just fresh from the tree. Those are fresh fruits. Now, some people harvest fruits and they harvest them unripe, and then they transport them from one location to another location, and then when it gets to the destination, they now use carbide to ripen them. Those are not tree ripened fruits. They are chemically ripened fruits. Now, you get optimum nutrition, the most benefit from fruits when they are tree ripened, when they are mature, fully mature, to the point where they're almost ready to be eaten or ready to be eaten, and you harvest them, eat them same day or a few days after harvesting. But when you harvest them unripe, not fully mature, and then you transport them for long, you now use heat to ripen them or carbide or chemicals to ripen them, you don't get optimum nutrition from them. And sometimes the chemicals they use in ripening them also contaminates them. Then there's another system of categorizing fruits. And that is, certain fruits are called seedless fruits. Now, in nature, you almost don't find any fruit that doesn't have seeds. So when you see seedless fruits, you know that scientists have tinkered with that particular fruit. As I travel around the world, I see very giant watermelon, and there is not a single seed inside of them. When you cut them and taste them, they are just like sugar. They taste so sweet. Some of the features of the watermelon has been, altered scientifically, either through hybridization or through genetic modification or through gene editing. Okay, these are three different things. You can hybridize, you can cross-pollinate and hybridize, create a hybrid, get a particular type of fruit and another type of fruit in the same family and crossbreed them to create a new breed, a hybrid. It's just like when you find a white man married to a black woman and then they have a child that is like a hybrid, that is half caste. That is a hybrid, so to speak. So you can find, different fruits that are hybridized or crossbred to produce a hybrid to enhance certain features. That is one. The second one is genetic modification, where they actually take a feature from a particular gene from somewhere, from another plant or even from the animal kingdom, and inject it into the seed, and that is genetic modification. That, to my mind, is very dangerous for human beings to undertake. The third one is gene editing, where they don't actually bring anything external into the seed, but they just switch off certain features, switch on certain features. They edit the genetic material of the seed. So the particular gene that makes that seed that particular plant to produce seed in its fruit, they switch it off. So it produces seedless fruits. Then we have genetically modified fruits, which I will always say no, 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 no. Now, biotechnology may be useful in certain areas, but definitely not in our food chain. Not in our food chain. From all that I have studied and all that I have understood, genetically modified food is not ideal for human consumption. And then we have organic fruits. These are fruits that are produced without chemicals, without fertilizers, without chemical fertilizers, and non-GMO. They are called organic. That is what I suggest and recommend. They may be smaller in size, but they taste better. They may be more expensive, but they are more nutritious. And that is what we should be going for. Pay that little extra to get the extra benefits. And then we have tree-ripened fruit, like I said, and chemically ripened fruits. Then we have hybrids. That's in terms of classification of fruits. Then there is another way that fruits are classified. We have conventionally grown or commercially grown fruits, and then we have Bible fruits. These are fruits that are found in the Bible. Conventionally grown or commercially grown fruits and vegetables are those that are grown on a large scale, using fertilizers, using pesticides, using herbicides, all kinds of agrochemicals, to support their growth and their maturity. Those are conventionally grown or commercially grown products. Yeah. Then we have Bible fruits, fruits that are found in the Bible, mentioned in the Holy Bible, like raisins. The Bible calls them flagons in Songs of Solomon chapter 2 verse 5. We also have apples mentioned in Songs of Solomon chapter 2 verse 5. We have figs and raisins mentioned in 1 Samuel 30, 11 and 12. We have grapes mentioned in Numbers 13:23. We have also in 1 Timothy 5:23. And then we have melons, cucumbers, garlic mentioned in Numbers chapter 11. We have olives in 2 Kings 18:32. We have pomegranates in Deuteronomy 8:8. And many, many more fruits that are mentioned in the Bible. We call those Bible fruits. Alright. There's something about Bible fruits and vegetables. Each time they are mentioned in the Bible, they are connected to a particular situation. Those fruits are mentioned to address certain human health problems or challenges. Check it out. Anytime a fruit or a vegetable or a herb is mentioned in the Bible, it is usually in association with some human problem that the fruit or vegetable or herb can be used to address in the Bible. I call that the Bible code. The Bible code. I mentioned last week the color code. When you see something green, something red, something blue, something white, that color gives you, it's an indication as to what it can be used for and what nutrients you can find inside. Then there's also the Bible code. If it's mentioned in the Bible, find out what was it used for in the Bible. For example, Paul the Apostle told Timothy, he said, don't drink only water because of your stomach infirmity's sake. He said, drink the fruits, the juice of grapes for your stomach's sake. So that is a clue for us. And then you find David also using raisins and figs to help that Egyptian man that was sick and weak, to rejuvenate him and strengthen him. That is a clue. In Songs of Solomon 2:5, you find it says, strengthen me with raisins and comfort me with apples. Okay? That gives us a clue as to what we can use raisins and apples for. In Genesis, you find the two wives of Jacob, they were fighting over a particular type of plant that the son, mandrakes, the son, Reuben, brought from the farm because they used it as an enhancement to boost libido and to enhance fertility. Okay? So, anything you find in the Bible that was used for a particular purpose, that purpose still subsists. It can still be used for that same purpose today. Now, special notes on fruits and vegetables before we begin to tie it up for today. Fruits are generally sweeter than vegetables. That's one of the general principles because they contain fruit sugar, which is called fructose. But then you need to understand that fructose, fruit sugar, is superior to refined sugar. Some people make that mistake. They think that, the sweetness of fruit serves the same dangerous purpose as refined sugar. No. The sugar in fruits is called fructose, and they usually have a lot of minerals alongside the fructose. You have minerals. That's the difference. Sugar, refined sugar, does not have minerals to accompany it. So that makes it pure poison, in my view. It's an addictive drug. Refined sugar is an addictive drug. But the fructose in fruit has minerals to go with it to help in its metabolism, so it's more useful. Apart from minerals, it also has other food cofactors. Those cofactors include enzymes and so on and so forth, and sometimes amino acids to also accompany them. Now, refined sugar is neither nutritious nor beneficial for health. It only momentarily supports a person who may have low blood sugar for a short while, but it cannot support quality life and robust health long term. So we can actually consider refined sugar as a drug, an addictive drug, just like cocaine and heroin. That's why some people are so hooked on it that they need help to be free from it. Now, generally speaking, on the other hand, unlike fruits, vegetables are not usually as sweet as fruits. There are some vegetables that are sweet, but not as sweet as fruit. Carrot, for example, has some sweet taste to it. Beetroot has some sweet taste to it. Okay, those are vegetables, but they are sweeter than the general average vegetable. Now, on a closing note, I want you to understand that fruits are generally cleansers, whereas vegetables are generally nourishers. Okay? Fruits are cleansers, vegetables are nourishers. Now, don't get me wrong, it does not mean that vegetables don't cleanse. They also cleanse, but they are primarily nourishers and only secondarily cleansers. And it doesn't mean that fruits also don't nourish. They nourish as well, but they are primarily cleansers and secondarily nourishers. One is the major, the other one is the minor. So you can say that fruits major in cleansing and minor in nourishing. But vegetables major in nourishing and minor in cleansing. Get that. And when it comes to herbs, bear in mind that herbs are more concentrated and more potent than vegetables and fruits. And that's why the use of herbs need to be supervised and monitored, unlike the use of fruits and vegetables. I haven't seen anybody who ate fruits and vegetables and they say, oh, there was an overdose and we need to rush them to emergency room. No, you don't overdose normally on vegetables and fruits because they are not as concentrated in their phytochemicals as herbs. We will come next time to continue from here and talk about herbs, nuts, and seeds and how we can use them to nourish our body both for prophylactic benefits and for therapeutic benefits as well. And as from next month, the month of August 2020, by the grace of God, I'll be hosting special guests on Exposé that we shall be interviewing on some specific areas of health. Don't miss it for anything. Please subscribe to all our channels, to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and you will not miss this episode every Monday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. I have these guests that are coming and they are world-renowned scientists, authors, ministers, and people from different walks of life, and they will bless you. Please tell your friends to join us on Exposé every Monday. You'll be glad you did. Don't forget that the best prescription is knowledge. And what we need is not more medication, but more education. God bless you.